how to decide whether an acid or a base is strong or weak. We in the previous video we have talked about weak acids, about strong acids, about weak bases and strong bases. But how do we decide whether an acid is strong or weak, whether a base is strong or weak? हम कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं कि कोई एसिड जो है हम उसे स्ट्रॉन्ग कह रहे हैं या वीक कह रहे हैं, या फिर किसी बेस को स्ट्रॉन्ग कह रहे हैं या फिर वीक, और वी आर कॉलिंग इट वीक? हाउ डू वी डिसाइड दैट? Before that, let us come to the definition of acid. Up till now, in our lower classes, we have been defining acids as those substances which are sour to taste and bases as those substances which are bitter in taste. Or we often say that acids are those substances which turn blue litmus red, and bases, they are those substances which turn red litmus blue. Fine. But technically, what is an acid? Let us define. An acid is a substance which produces H plus ions, which is hydrogen ions, when dissolved in water. I repeat, an acid is technically a substance which produces hydrogen ions when dissolved in water. That means in water an acid would produce H plus ions. Similarly, in water, base is a substance which when dissolved in water it produces OH minus ions. You know the name of OH minus ions? Hydroxide ions. Fine. So I repeat again, an acid is a substance which when dissolved in water produces H plus ions. यानी कि एसिड को जब पानी में डिसॉल्व किया जाता है तो वो H प्लस आयंस प्रोड्यूस करते हैं जिन्हें हम हाइड्रोजन आयंस बोलते हैं, और बेस को जब वाटर में डिसॉल्व किया जाता है तो वो OH माइनस आयंस प्रोड्यूस करते हैं जिन्हें हम हाइड्रोक्साइड आयंस बोलते हैं. लेट अस सी हाउ they are written in the form of a chemical equation. I am starting with acids. Let me take HCl. Right? Now, how do I write this particular reaction? HCl when dissolved in water, right? I am writing water above this arrow because I am dissolving HCl in water. HCl when dissolved in water, it will produce its constituent ions. That means what? We know that this particular compound, it has one cation and one anion. We all know that. We have done that in class 9th, right? So what happens is when an acid is dissolved in water, this particular compound, it breaks down to give its constituent cation and anion. पानी में डिसॉल्व करने के बाद एसिड जो है वो ब्रेक डाउन हो जाता है, बीच में से टूट जाता है और केटायन और एनायन अलग हो जाते हैं. तो हम कैसे इसको लिखेंगे इक्वेशन की फॉर्म में? It will give H plus जो कि मेरा cation होगा along with Cl minus which is my anion, right? Now because this compound when dissolved in water it is producing H plus ions, so I would call this compound as an acid. Have you understood? Okay, let us take another example. HNO3. What is the name of this compound? We know it is nitric acid. Again, when dissolved in water, जब हम पानी में डिसॉल्व करेंगे नाइट्रिक एसिड को तो ये फिर टूट जाएगी. जैसे HCl को हमने देखा, इट ब्रोक डाउन, इट विल ब्रेक डाउन फ्रॉम हियर टू गिव इट्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट केटायन एंड एनायन. हाउ? केटायन H plus and anion NO3 minus, nitrate ion, right? So this again is producing H plus ions when dissolved in water. So again I would call this substance as an acid. Now how I am writing the symbols of cations and anions here, if you remember, I am revising this point. How we form the formula, how we write the formula of HNO3. We learned that in class 9th. That when H combines with nitrate ion, nitrate we had learned that this is a polyatomic ion. So what will happen is According to their valencies, the valency of H is 1 and the charge over nitrate is also 1. So when you cross multiply it, what do you get? You get HNO3, right? This was H plus. Why I am writing H plus over here? Because the valency is 1. It can easily lose 1 electron. When it easily loses 1 electron, the charge that it exhibits is H plus, right? So similarly, I can say that when H plus and NO3 minus combine, they form HNO3. जब ये दोनों combine हुए तो HNO3 बना. तो जब HNO3 टूटेगा तो वापस मुझे यही दोनों चीजें तो मिलेंगी, isn't it? So when nitric acid breaks down in water, it produces H plus ion and NO3 minus ion. So again, because it is releasing H plus ions, hence it is an acid. Let us see one more example of H2SO4. Again, this is sulfuric acid, all of you know. This will break down when dissolved in water to give me H plus from here. And from here, which polyatomic ion will I get? SO4 2 minus, which is my sulfate ion, which we have covered in class 9th already. Now let me see whether this ionic equation, such kind of equations, they are called as ionic equations. Why they are called as ionic equations? Because you can see on the right hand side, I am having only ions as my products, right? So such equations can be called as ionic equation. So let me see whether this ionic equation, it is balanced or not. I have one sulfate on the right and one sulfate on the left. Fine. Let us check for hydrogen. I have only one hydrogen on the right, but on the left I have two hydrogens. So let me write a 2 here. So that means what? What do I infer from this? That sulfuric acid will produce 2 H plus ions. Nitric acid was producing 1 H plus ion. HCl was producing 1 H plus ion. Over here, sulfuric acid is producing 2 H plus ions. Fine. Let us take one more example. I am taking the example of a weak acid, which is your organic acid, which is present in vinegar. This is acetic acid that I am using right now. Fine. Although this example is not so important as far as class 10th is concerned, but still I am discussing it. When this breaks down in the presence of water, it breaks down from here. यहाँ से break होगा बेटा acetic acid. Fine. So आपको यहाँ से cation मिलेगा H plus, और लेफ्ट हैंड साइड से यहाँ पर you will get your anion. Acetate is the word for this, right? Just like this was sulfate, the anion here is acetate. This example is not so important, hence I am marking it. Fine. The rest of the examples are same. This was an exception because this is an organic acid. I have discussed in one of my videos that this is an organic acid which is present in vinegar. It is an edible acid. Fine. For the rest of the acids which are important, the concept and the method of writing the products is same. How HCl will break down to give H plus and Cl minus. HNO3 will break down to give H plus and NO3 minus. Similarly, H2SO4 will break down to give 2H plus and SO4 2 minus. Understood? Now let us take the example of bases. I am beginning with NaOH. When dissolved in water, again it will break down into its constituent cation and anion. Fine. It will break down from here. Sodium का cation बन जाएगा and this will form the hydroxide ion. Now how in the beginning, how did I define my base as? I defined my base as a substance which when dissolved in water produces hydroxide ions. Bases वो substances होते हैं जो पानी में जाके hydroxide produce करते हैं. You can see in this reaction hydroxide is being produced. Hence I would say that NaOH is a base. Similarly, let me take the example of KOH, which is potassium hydroxide. It will break down from here. in the presence of water to give me the cation K plus, potassium cation, and OH minus. OH minus I am getting from here. Again it is giving me OH minus, so potassium hydroxide will also be called as a base. Next example that I am using is calcium hydroxide. When dissolved in water, again it will break down from here to give me calcium ion. Why I am writing +2 charge on calcium ion, you already know. Still I am repeating it once. The electronic configuration of calcium is 2,8, 2, right? Now how will it become stable? It will become stable by losing these 2 electrons, by subtracting these 2 electrons. Now when I subtract 2 electrons, the charge that will be exhibited by calcium will be +2. We have discussed this, discussed the formation of ions in detail in class 9th. You can revise them from your class 9th notes. Similarly, OH minus ions will be produced from here. But let me balance this once again. Just like we have balanced this in case of H2SO4, I had 2 hydrogens here, so it produced 2 H plus ions. Similarly, I have 2 OH groups here, so it will produce 2 OH minus ions. Let us take one more example of, let's say, aluminium hydroxide, sorry. Aluminium hydroxide. When dissolved in water, it will produce Al3 plus ion along with how many hydroxide ions? 3 hydroxide ions. You know why I have put a charge of +3 over aluminium, because the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 3, and to become stable it will easily lose these 3 electrons and hence will possess a charge of +3. You can also write the equation of the breakdown or the dissociation of magnesium hydroxide yourself. You can do it yourself. Now these reactions, they are called as dissociation reactions also. What is the meaning of the word dissociation? Let me write it here. Dissociation. What is the meaning of dissociation? When something is breaking down. Breaking down of something is called as dissociation. So what we have seen in all these reactions, that acids and bases, both acids and bases, they are breaking down to produce their constituent, their respective cation and anion. So such reactions are also called as dissociation reactions, or you can also call it as the dissociation of an acid or the dissociation of a base.